Well, Group C in the Champions League looks like this. Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Inter and Victoria Pilsen. Lucho, who's making it out to the knockouts and who's winning this group for you?
I'm going to start going to the teams that I think that they got the best top scorers. And, well, look at that. Barcelona's got Lewandowski up front. So I'm going to go with Barcelona to go through as a top first in this group and going through. I think that Xavi has got so much talent, so many abilities in every single position. And I think he's got even two teams that can compete in Champions League and in La Liga, in every single competition. And I'm very happy to see that finally they have a very solid defense with Jules Koundé, Araujo, Eric Garcia that is playing in a fantastic way at the moment. I think they are very solid. So I'm going to put them there in the top of the group and going through because I think they deserve it. They start very well. And because of that 50 goals player that they got up front, Lewandowski. And second one, the one who doesn't have Lewandowski, Bayern Munich. I think it is a big mix for a team when you pull out 50 goals from your team. It's true that Sadio Mane, of course, is a fantastic player. He's got so many goals. He's surrounded by so much talent. But I still think that when you don't have that piece, that killer, that player who can give you in the top and most pressure moments, that ability to score goals, you're going to struggle. And that's why I put Inter in the third position, because I'm not sure if Lukaku. Second movies are not always the best ones. We have to say like this. And I think Lukaku did fantastic in the previous way. And now he's got that pressure that he was so good at the moment. In the first time with Lautaro, they did a fantastic partnership. But at the moment, I'm not so sure if he's going to work the same way. They don't have that player who can score 45 goals every single season. So I'm going to put them third. So Barcelona and Bayern for me. Victoria, enjoy your way.
Yes, Victoria Pilsen going to be on the couch watching the knockout rounds just like the rest of us. But they get to go to some cool cities in the group stages, so that's pretty cool. I also have Inter Milan in third because I just don't see them under Inzaghi, Simone Inzaghi, the manager, really firing up. I mean, they had a big game against Milan derby this past weekend against AC Milan, and their defenders in particular look like traffic cones. I still can't get over it, actually. I'm emotional. I have emotional response to how poorly they played in that second half in particular. And those are little signs that you see that maybe they're not ready to tackle the bigger teams with Bayern and Barcelona. And if Lukaku, though, does show up and shows himself to be the version of himself when he previously played with Inter, then maybe. But I think that Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea absolutely killed his confidence. So I like Inter in third. I'm going to say Barcelona in second. For now, though, I was very close to putting them in first. I know last week I said that Bayern are going to win the whole Champions League, and they were like my bold prediction. But after seeing Barcelona play against Sevilla this week and just how they've been performing lately and getting all those signings across the board before the transfer window ended, they are stacked in every single position. But I'm going to put them in second, though I do want to say that Lewandowski does have an incredible track record of scoring against his former clubs. He's scored more goals against Borussia Dortmund than any other club in his career. So I don't think he's going to have any feelings for Bayern Munich. I think he's going to go there and try to smash them. But I do think this Bayern team is stacked as well. They're very talented. I think they're going to find a way through 6 group stage games to be on top of the table. And Sadio Mane, I think, is going to be close to the Golden Boot race. He's going to get so many opportunities filling that void that's been left by Lewandowski that I really like these two teams in particular to go through. So I'm sorry, Inter fans and Victoria Pilsen fans, but it's going to be Bayern Munich on top and Barcelona in second.
Yeah, if you're a German soccer fan out there and you've enjoyed maybe listening to some of my comments, my love and passion for the Bundesliga, and obviously following Bayern Munich through Champions League success and what they have done in Champions League competition, you might want to sit down right about now. Find it hard to say this, but they're not going to win the group. Barcelona will win this group, Poppy. I really believe that. I think Lewandowski's addition to this squad, the transfer, is an exceptional transfer because not only are you getting the goals that the boys are talking about here, you are also getting that leadership. The way he's coaching these players on the pitch right now for Barcelona, outstanding to watch. The finishing ability he still has. I mean, this guy is incredibly fit. He's still got at least another 3 or 4 years of this highest level and continuously scoring goals in the Champions League. He's guaranteeing you double figures in this competition this year. He might even get double figures because of Victoria Pilsen being the first game and also in this group. He might get double figures in the group stage. So it's amazing to me that Xavi Hernandez has put this team together. Outstanding. It's been fun to watch, obviously, Barca so far and competing once again. And I can really tell you that I'm excited about what Barca are going to do in this competition this year. No one is talking about them yet. And I think they're going to cause a lot of problems in the knockout stages as well. Now, hold on to your seats. Bayern Munich are going out. They're going out, and I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why. I have no idea why. I just think that. I don't even know why. Honestly, I don't know why. Something's just telling me, and I might be completely way off here. I want Bayern Munich to go through. I want them to go through. I want the Bundesliga clubs to have success. But something's not right at Bayern right now. You can see it in the Bundesliga. They're sitting third in the table. They've not won a lot of games. They're hard to beat, sure. They are conceding goals, yes. Their defence is extremely concerning to me. And offensively, when you take a player who scores double figures every Champions League campaign away from that group, then it's concerning. I get it. They're going to share the goals around. I get it. Thomas Müller creates so many opportunities. They should be okay. They should be okay. They should go through in this group. But I think that Inter Milan are a dangerous, dangerous side. Now, not easy to put money on it after the performance against Milan in the derby this past weekend. However, I still think that Inter are a club that Bayern have got to be wary of, and that includes match day one. Match day one for Inter is where it's at. Yeah. If you beat Bayern Munich, you've got Viktoria Pilsen second. 6 points already after match day 2. I mean, that's a great place for them to be.
I agree. That could be a decisive match, but I'm just in absolute shock here that I've got more confidence in Bayern Munich than Ian Joy over here, because I would love to back Inter, but they have just been too inconsistent to start the season. And with Lukaku out, I just don't have faith that they are going to get out of this group. So I'm going with the boys. I'm going with Barcelona and Bayern Munich to get out of this group.
Who wins the group?
Barcelona. Music to Luis Garcia's ears over there. I think that Barca will do it pretty easily, especially with Lewandowski. Is that yes. The newest nickname for him? He's got a new one every time we come on the show from me. And let's move on then, shall we, to Group D. We've got Tottenham, Marseille, Eintracht Frankfurt and Sporting. It's Tottenham and Marseille for me. Jimmy, how about you?
Yeah, great question, Poppy, but I'm still being distracted by Ian going with Bayern Munich. I think there's some pigs flying outside my window right now. It's unbelievable. I don't even know I can't even concentrate on Group D right now. But when I think about Group D overall, I don't know if there's a clear-cut favorite. Tottenham, this is their first time back in the Champions League since making the final in 2019. And obviously they still have some core players from that squad that are currently still in this team. I like Antonio Conte as a manager, of course. He most notably got to his biggest final in the Europa League with Inter a couple seasons ago as well. So he knows how to manage these types of competitions. He added some depth for Richarlison, Ivan Perisic in particular, which allows them to be competitive in multiple competitions because they're trying to be in the top 4 in the Premier League as well. So I'm going to go with them. And then when I think about Eintracht Frankfurt, okay, they lost arguably their best player in Filip Kostic to Juventus in the transfer window. But when you look at their run to win the Europa League last season, they took down some pretty good teams. Real Betis, Barcelona, West Ham to get to that final, and then, of course, had to beat Rangers to make it happen. And I think that you get a lean on that experience. Their manager, Oliver Glasner, will make sure that they still have a little bit of that toughness, a little bit of that grit. And I like them to get second. With all due respect to Marseille, I'm a big fan of their squad, and I like that their new manager, Igor Tudor's, really come in and put a stamp on things. They finished second in Ligue 1 last year, and they're currently tied on points with PSG this season after 6 or 7 games. So they're really picking up where they left off. I think they're going to be tough, but the last time they were in the Champions League group stages, they only won 1 out of the 6 games, and that was against Olympiacos. So they're going to have to pick it up if they want to make that happen. Sporting Clube de Portugal, again, big fan of them. They made it to the knockout rounds last year for the first time since the 2008-2009 season. But like most Portuguese teams, if you have any good players, they usually get sold to bigger clubs. So I just think it's going to be a tough test for them in particular. So I am going to go with Tottenham and Eintracht Frankfurt as my top 2 teams.
That's good and sounds fantastic. But Eintracht Frankfurt last year, fantastic season. Marseille, fantastic season. And when this happens, be careful because you can crash. You go thinking that, yeah, last year we did so well, so we're going to continue doing the same. They got 2 of the best crowd supporters around the world with Eintracht Frankfurt last year. We saw what they did at the Barcelona, in London, everywhere. 30,000 with them, and that's fantastic. Marseille, exactly the same. But when you try to face Champions League competition, when you try to play the same way that you played last year, that's going to be a mess for them. So I'm not going to put them going through. No, sirs. I think that in that occasion, I'm going to go with the Sporting to be second. Why is that? Ruben Amorim has got experience. I know you're going to have some concerns about it. Trincao just arrived once again to Sporting. Still not clicking with the team, but I'm going to tell you, this is a team with a lot of talent up front. Once again, I'm telling you that these kind of games are going to be won with players up front who can score goals. And I think Ruben Amorim, with the experience of the past couple of years, I think he's going to do well in group stages. And of course, number one is going to be Tottenham. After being running for, I think, 30 days, Conte have put these players up and running, and Harry Kane is on fire at the moment, so I'm going to put them there to go through, and probably is a big dark horse in this competition, so be careful with this Tottenham, because definitely is very difficult to beat.
Yeah, with Sporting selling so many players, Lucho, and obviously it's another club that has made a lot of money during this transfer window. It's amazing to me to see them being so competitive still. And the Portuguese league this year is going to be very competitive. I mean, there are some really talented players, a lot of youngsters, and clearly you're seeing some South American players going over to Portugal and having a lot of success and being sold on to maybe more luxurious leagues where they can certainly earn a prettier penny. However, I don't see it. And I'm sorry to disagree with you, Lucho, there. I don't see it. Eintracht Frankfurt as well, I don't see it. They are starting to play well again. They're a slow start to the Bundesliga. They're sitting in 10th place right now. Scored 11 goals, let in 11 goals, so incredibly inconsistent right now. But they look pretty good the last couple of games. They had a fantastic one at the weekend over Leipzig. They scored 4 goals. Kolo Muani, new striker, looks outstanding, by the way. So they're dangerous and clearly well-travelled with their supporters as well. But I've got Tottenham to win the league because you're going to need to have quality and depth. Tottenham have an abundance of talent who can't even get into Conte's starting 11. So they'll be able to rotate players, and I think that will be too strong for any other team. And I'm not sure why, outside of the fact that they've made some really good signings and they've had a very good start domestically in the French league, I've got Marseille to finish second here. And it's difficult for me to say that they're going to finish second over Eintracht Frankfurt. That one's probably going to be very, very close. But I'm excited to see how this one plays out. Something about this Marseille team that really excites me this year.
Yeah, well, we've all got Spurs to finish at the top of that group then, haven't we? Let's just take another look at the recap from those two groups then. From Group C, the selections are as follows. Me, Jimmy and Lucho all going for Barcelona and Bayern Munich. And Ian Joy is betting against Bayern Munich. You are reading that right. He is going for Barcelona and Inter to advance. Over in Group D, this is what it looks like. Jimmy is going for Tottenham and the Europa League champions Eintracht Frankfurt. Lucho going for Tottenham and Sporting. And then Ian Joy and I going for Tottenham and Marseille to make it out of Group D.